Hello, Caroline. If you'll just follow me right this way, you have a seat right here for me.
Thank you.
No problem. How's your day been?
So far, so good. How about yours?
It's going good. Going good. I'm excited to share with you some of the things I have today. How's work been?
Work's been good. My boss's practice is picking up more clients, and there's definitely a need for tech support and storage.
Because of all these new clients your
Yes.
boss has been taking on, really?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm glad to hear you say that because one of the things I'm going to discuss with you today is how you did need help with things like scheduling, clients, certain work tasks, and all the deadlines you were explaining that you were up against
Yes.
consistently. So I'm here to share with you that I do have a software that that will not only organize your clients, but it also will help organize your daily work tasks and all the deadlines that you seem to be having trouble with. Also, I know you just mentioned something about storage for things like computer files, clients' information, legal information, all that stuff. I'll be glad to share with you. I do have cloud storage. That includes features like disaster recovery in the case of some sort of natural disaster, something like that. Security, cost saving.
Yes.
It's also very easy to learn how it functions and all the automation processes, and it's very easy when it comes to the concepts of accessibility and usability.
That's what I was concerned about.
So, and if you actually take a look right here, I actually have this storage software pulled up. You can easily drag and drop the files right here, as you can see. So you move this right here, and then it moves into this folder. And then say we want to put this person's stuff in this specific folder, it's going to go over here.
So it would move from being an active document or whatever to being something that's finished and wrapped up, and that way they're segregated,
Yes.
active and completed.
So also with the scheduling software, I have this pulled up as well. You can see what clients on what days are meeting with your boss, what exactly the formality of their case is, as in like domestic problems or real estate stuff like that.
Okay.
It also kind of shows like what the deadlines within their case, what the client is expecting, and also it shows the progress of where you and your boss are on that case. Now coming back to this storage software. So I actually had a business recently who had all their stuff in a cloud storage that I had sold them, and they live in this business, is based out of Louisiana. There was actually a hurricane here. What happened, and it completely wiped out the business. However, since all their stuff was on cloud storage, they had everything back in gear pretty quickly.
Excellent.
So that was a pretty good example of how my cloud software kind of holds up with everything. So now you said technical support would kind of like boost the balance of all these conflicts you're having or stuff you need help with.
Yes.
Now this technical support is 24/7, so for some reason, if you're not at work and you still need help with something that's later in the night, you can actually still call them and they'll still provide you with all the information and help you need right then and there. Now some of the benefits of that includes things like communication, the flow, how easy it is to understand certain things with technology that you're not familiar with. That's what they're there for. Now since IT is kind of a developing thing, it develops so rapidly in the world we live in today. It also has solutions for all these new problems. As this technology becomes more complex, it's kind of almost a necessity to have the support and help, available to you, so that way you know what you're doing or what even the problem is with technology that you're having. Because sometimes the problem is that you actually don't even know what the actual problem is, right?
That's true.
So
I was wondering if you have. Sometimes I like to try to figure my way through something. So I was wondering if you have like instructional videos, like a catalog of little videos that I could pull up I could punch in a problem I'm having and then it would show me something I could try to.
We do have
Something
some
like that.
options available for that. Now, usually what will happen is you call the technical support. They can actually have full access to the technology you're having problems with, say your desktop or your iPad or whatever you may be using. So it's actually more of an interactive thing. They'll do that work for you. That's not actually something.
Okay.
The work is done for you. It's not actually something you necessarily always have to fix yourself.
That sounds good.
So let's see here. Going back here. So when did you realize you needed help outside of your firm with these problems that you kind of discussed with me?
It's been growing slowly, but for the last 6 months, it's.
Do you think it's growing as you take on new clientele?
Oh, definitely. It's getting much more crucial.
So now who's responsible for ensuring that these problems get fixed and the stuff you're working on gets done on time?
My boss tells me, and I'm responsible to do
Right.
it.
So once that responsibility has been told to you, it's dumped on you basically.
Yes.
Now I know, working for a law firm, being a paralegal secretary, you have some like strict rules and guidelines you have to follow in order to handle certain work situations. Is there anything in particular you think that could improve that process for you, make it easier, more comfortable?
No, I don't really think there is.
Okay.
It's, I can't think of anything.
Okay. Have you been
Give it
having
some
any,
thought.
okay? Have you been having any trouble dealing with like IT lately, since it is becoming more complex?
Nowadays we're able to email pleadings to the court for filing and to opposing counsel for, because everybody that is in the case is entitled to a copy of anything that gets filed. It would be great to have some kind of template or something that you could build in so that I could just click,
Right.
send it to everyone, and that would go instead of having to figure out who's still in the case.
Right. So, and I mean, scheduling software kind of plays into that.
Yes.
That helps with the problem you just kind of described to me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in terms of a productive workday,
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to things like how smooth your operation is running, now what impact does that have for you and your boss? Obviously.
He'll tell me if something is critical or things can come up last minute, or he can change his calendar last minute and throw
Correct.
things on it.
Right.
And I might not be, having not been aware for that, I might not have gotten everything ready. So I have to.
Awareness is maybe something.
Awareness is key.
It's
would
huge
be,
for you. Okay.
Yeah.
It's good to know. Now, when it comes to expectations that your clients have when it comes to customer service, like are they expecting the best customer service they can get? Or are they
Absolutely.
expecting mediocre? What are
No.
the best there is around?
My boss he treats everyone like family. Actually, he likes for everyone to believe they are the most important client. So if they have
okay.
issues, they have demands, they have needs, we meet them.
Okay. So, what do you think your customers would do if your boss didn't perform as expected? As you just said, he treats them like family. Let's say he treated them as
He treats them
a
better than
stranger.
family. He
okay.
treats them. Family you can fob off sometimes, but he treats them as if it's life's blood. They're important. So if he can do it, he will drop and roll, which means I drop and roll.
His customers are a very high value proposition for him.
Yeah, if they have an issue, we like to take care of them, so they feel like we care, and we do care. We want their stuff done.
Okay. Now, in terms of the cloud storage, software I just showed you, the drag and drop in files, easy
Yes.
as that, onto your desktop here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, have you ever seen any other cloud storage methods from any other maybe companies that you've been offered?
We've just saved on our computers. Frankly, and the attorneys in the office, they can share documents also, but
Great. Now, if a disaster was to happen, that's another story. Are they going to still
That is
have all those
another-
files on their computer?
I don't know. I don't know. That would be up.
You got to know.
I think our IT people copy that stuff every week and then take it out, physical, backups of.
So you do
things
already
on
have
our
IT
computer.
people?
Yeah, but they're the only ones that can find it if something happened. And
Like
it was
if
like
one-
really widespread, like there's a flood or a tornado and our place is destroyed and their place is destroyed. We're destroyed. It's like,
Right? It's not on the
just
cloud.
don't even try
That's
to
floating.
get anything done.
So it's like these files, this
Yeah.
flood comes, this natural disaster comes, it doesn't matter because it's
Yeah.
all this stuff's in this cloud in the sky while all this stuff's happening underneath of it. You can just grab it
That
out of
would
the cloud when you
That would
want.
be so great.
So, let's see. Now with this cloud storage, it does bring a lot of convenience of only needing a computer and internet connection in your office.
Mm-hmm.
The rest is pretty easy peasy, drag and dropping files anywhere on your desktop. And really the outline with this is that it's not very expensive software. It actually saves you money, and it's improved technology. So it's like, why wouldn't you aim for that?
True.
Now, my company's product offers the convenience of being flexible within your firm's budget, as we kind of discussed in the previous meeting. And I'm all about getting the best technology for the value of your dollar, bang for your buck. Now, with that being said, let's see here. So, I'm trying to make your job as effective and efficient as possible at the same time. With this now, this is why I'm asking these questions, so I can figure out how my products that I'm offering can actually apply to your field of business and make it better, make your work better for you and your bosses. Let's see. So, now, if I was to maybe, let's see here. Hold on, I'm opening up something for you so you can view it. Now, do you really think your boss would be interested in some cloud storage, like the one I just showed you? Maybe actually applying it to his business. Now, if I was to work within, let's say a pricing scheme, do you think your boss would be more interested in maybe paying a total up front for this software? Or do you think maybe if we did it in like monthly payments or annual payments, something like that? What do you think he's more interested in with how his budget is looking right now? Because I don't know how your guys' budget looks.
It would depend, honestly, on how much it is.
Right.
And if there's some kind of discount for paying in advance.
Right.
That's
So
nice.
now if we're talking like there's a monthly subscription to this, I do have some clients that just do that. That's just $100 a month. If he wants to pay for it all together, I usually do a deal of like a $5,000 deal, and that gives him unlimited storage, unlimited lifetime storage. That's the package I call it. And that basically gives you all access, all features to everything all at once. You get the same thing as a monthly subscription. The only difference being you're kind of limited on the monthly subscription, because there's only so much memory per month that you're allowed to run. Now,
well, then he would want the first option.
for paying all up front.
Yes,
Okay.
because I'm sure that he'll want to do some backtracking and put a lot of our old stuff away too. So that's going to take more storage.
So now that we're kind of on the same page here,
Yes.
I'm thinking now that I know your boss would be more interested in maybe getting everything all at once up front, the best you can get here. I'm thinking maybe working up a quote for your boss. Now that I kind of have an idea of what he's interested in number wise, and kind of can see where his budget's at with things. And now I also know some more information on how I can link what he needs to my product. I'm going to go ahead and schedule another meeting where I'll actually give you, a whole quote breakdown, what he's going to get, when he's going to get it, how I'm going to, install it. And I'm going to try to run this through here now. So Do you think you'd be open to meet maybe in the next couple weeks, if not next week?
Yes.
Maybe next Tuesday.
Tuesdays are good.
Okay, we can definitely do that. So, I'm gonna go over in the next meeting. I'm gonna have a quote ready for you along with a final product offer.
Okay.
And I think if you can kind of mention your boss that this is where we're going with this, I think that'd be great. It'd help us out.
I'll definitely
So,
tell him.
Besides that, Caroline, that's all I have for you today.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions or
No,
concerns before I let you go?
Thank you so much.
Okay. Well, you enjoy the rest of your day. Have a safe travel getting home. I'm gonna lead you